Good morning, adventurous science students!
Welcome to BioSci 114, Human Anatomy and Physiology, where we will investigate and explore the human body systems and more.
Before we begin our class this morning, may we have a brief prayer to be led by one of our students. Thank you for presiding over the prayer.
Please allow us to introduce ourselves first. Hi, I'm Teacher Kyle.
I am Teacher Shella.
And I am Teacher Anton.
And we will make learning science enjoyable and simple for you.
Let me check the attendance for today's class. Whenever your name is called, please say present.
Or you can scan the QR code flashed on the screen.
Thank you very much, class.
It is very important that you get to be acquainted with the discussion rules. You should listen carefully to the discussion of the teacher, as all the discussed lesson will be assessed at the end of the discussion. Is it a deal, class? Very good. Thanks for agreeing.
It seems that some of you are already exhausted even though the class haven't started yet. With that, let us have first an energizer, which is entitled PrEd and PrEd. The mechanics are as follows. Understood? Okay, the game begins in 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, it's nice to see your face brighten up as you smile. It seems that all of you have already been energized. I think you are now ready to learn something new with our discussion today. Are you prepared to take on the challenge? Very good!
Now, let us start our lesson with a game which is called Guess the Picture. The following are the mechanics. Everybody, please read. Thank you. I will not keep you waiting. Let us begin the activity. Picture 1. Do you know what the picture is? Very good. You have guessed it right. It's the brain. Can you guess picture 2? Correct. It's the lungs. Picture 3. Impressive. It is a picture of a human heart. What about picture 4? Yes, it is a skull. Now that our first activity is done, let me ask you a question. Based on the pictures shown, what do you think is our topic for today? Anyone? Very good. That was a good guess. Our topic will be related to the human body systems. But do you have any guess as to what specific system we are going to deal with?
Let us find out with our next activity, which is entitled 4 Picks 1 Word. Kindly read the mechanics. Thank you very much. I think you are familiar with this game, so there is no reason for us to delay the activity. The game begins at 3, 2, 1, go!
Guess the set of pictures. What word does it tell us? Yes, these pictures are system or systems. What about the next set? Very good. The picture tells us about reproduction or reproduce. How about the last set? Excellent. Those are humans.
Now that our second activity is done, let me ask you again, based on the picture shown, what do you think is our topic for today? Brilliant! Our topic for today is about the human reproductive system.
Here are the learning objectives for today's discussion. First, describe the parts of the reproductive system and their functions. Identify the health problems and the disease that might affect the system and their function. Lastly, give ways of taking care of the reproductive system and organs. Specifically, we will be dealing with the male reproductive system. Also, here are the objectives that should be met after the discussion. Kindly read, everybody. Thank you.
Before we proceed with the discussion of the male reproductive system, let us first define what a human reproductive system is.
As defined, the reproductive system of an organism, also known as the genital system, is the biological system made up of all the anatomical organs involved in sexual reproduction. Also includes glands which are involved in producing offspring. Here are some illustrations of the male and female reproductive system.
Now let us proceed to the male reproductive system. Let me ask you class, what do we mean by the male reproductive system? How does it differ to the female reproductive system? Yes, very good!
It consists of external and internal structures responsible for the formation, storage, and ejaculation of sperm, as well as the production of vital hormones for male development.
Now that I already know what a male reproductive system is, let us test whether you know some of its parts with the help of the next activity, which is called Look For Me. Everyone, please read the mechanics. Thank you.
Now let us start the activity in 3, 2, 1, go! Can you locate where the penis is? Very good! What about the testicles? There it is! How about the prostate glands? Excellent! Then, where is the epididymis? Very good! How about the vas deferens? There you go! Now, where is the seminal vesicle? Impressive! Can you locate the Cowper's gland? Wow, very good! What about the urethra? Can you point it? Amazing!
That ends our activity. Let me ask you a question. How many parts of the male reproductive system have you identified? Wow, that's a huge score!
Now going back to the discussion, let us discuss the importance of the male reproductive system. The following are its purpose. Everybody please read. Thank you for reading.
And now that we are done identifying some of its parts, it is now the time to discuss it comprehensively. Disclaimer, this topic is quite sensitive to be discussed. As teachers, all we ask from you is to become open-minded for you to become aware of it. This is the male reproductive system, which is subdivided into two major organ groups, the external and the internal. We begin with the external organs of the system. First is the penis. Kindly read. Thank you. This is the male organ used in sexual intercourse. It has three parts: the root, which attaches to the wall of the abdomen, the body or shaft, and the glans, which is the cone-shaped part at the end of the penis. The opening of the urethra, the tube that transports semen and urine, is at the tip of the penis. The glands of the penis also contain several sensitive nerve endings. Number 2, the corpus cavernosum. These chambers are made up of special sponge-like tissue. This tissue contains thousands of large spaces that fill with blood when the man is sexually aroused. As the penis fills with blood, it becomes rigid and erect, which allows for penetration during sexual intercourse. The skin of the penis is loose and elastic to accommodate changes in penis size during an erection. Number 3 is the testes or testicles. These are oval organs about the size of large olives that lie in the scrotum, secured at either end by a structure called the spermatic cord. The testes are responsible for making testosterone, the primary male sex hormone, and for generating sperm. Number 4, the scrotum. Everyone, please read. Thank you. This is the loose pouch-like sac of skin that hangs behind and below the penis. It contains the testicles, also called as testes, as well as many nerves and blood vessels. The scrotum acts as a climate control system for the testes. For normal sperm development, the testes must be at a temperature slightly cooler than the body temperature. Special muscles in the wall of the scrotum allow it to contract and relax, moving the testicles closer to the body for warmth or farther away from the body to cool the temperature. And we are done with the external organs. Now, we proceed to the internal or accessory organs. Fifth is the epididymis. The epididymis is a long coiled tube that rests on the backside of each testicle. It transports and stores sperm cells that are produced in the testes. It also is the job of the epididymis to bring the sperm to maturity, since the sperm that emerge from the testes are immature and incapable of fertilization. During sexual arousal, contractions force the sperm into the vas deferens from the epididymis. Number 6 is the vas deferens. The sperm duct, or the vas deferens, is a long muscular tube that travels from the epididymis into the pelvic cavity to just behind the bladder. The vas deferens transports mature sperm to the urethra, the tube that carries urine or sperm to outside of the body in preparation for ejaculation. 7th is the ejaculatory duct. These are formed by the fusion of the vas deferens and the seminal vesicles. The ejaculatory ducts empty into the urethra. Number 8. The seminal vesicles. Everyone, please read. Thank you. The seminal vesicles are sac-like pouches that attach to the vas deferens near the base of the bladder. The seminal vesicles produce a sugar-rich fluid, or fructose, that provides sperm with a source of energy to help them move. The fluid at the seminal vesicles makes up most of the volumes of a man's ejaculatory fluid or ejaculate. Number 9. The prostate gland. The prostate gland is a walnut-sized structure that is located below the urinary bladder in front of the rectum. The prostate gland contributes additional fluid to the ejaculate. Prostate fluids also help to nourish the sperm. The urethra, which carries the ejaculate to be expelled during orgasm, runs through the center of the prostate gland. Number 10 is the bulbourethral gland. It is also called as the Cowper's glands, which are pea-sized structures located on the sides of the urethra, just below the prostate gland. This fluid serves to lubricate the urethra and to neutralize any acidity that may be present due to the residual drops of urine in the urethra. Lastly is the urethra. The urethra is the tube that carries urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. In males, it has the additional function of ejaculating semen when the man reaches orgasm. When the penis is erect during sex, the flow of urine is blocked from the urethra, allowing only semen to be ejaculated at orgasm.
Congratulations, as we are already done discussing every single part of the male reproductive system. But have you ever wondered how does the sperm goes out of the man's body? What really is the pathway followed by the sperm from the testes to the body exterior?
But before that, let us define first what is a sperm. Kindly read, everyone. Thank you.
Semen is the substance that is ejaculated by the male and contains the sperm. Here is the detailed discussion of the sperm release pathway. The first, production of semen begins at the testes. Seminiferous tubules enable sperm production. In epididymis, sperm are stored and matured. Note: release the process starts when the penis corpus cavernosum fills with blood and becomes erect. Second, the vas deferens propels sperm forward with smooth muscle contraction. The third, the sperm arrives at the ampulla of vas deferens. Secretions from the seminal vesicles are added. The fourth one, seminal fluid is propelled forward through the ejaculatory duct toward the urethra. The fifth one, when it passes the prostate gland, a milky fluid is added to make semen. And the last, the semen is ejected from the penis through the urethra.
And that ends the discussion on the sperm release pathway. I hope you have learned something.
There are also some terms that should be known which is essential in the discussion of the male reproductive system.
First is circumcision. Circumcision is the surgical elimination of the foreskin covering the penis. The retractable flap of skin that covers the end of the penis is known as the foreskin. Here is an illustration on how circumcision is done.
Do you have any question regarding our discussion? None? If so, I am going to ask you a question. What are the advantages of having a male person undergo the process of circumcision? Yes, student number 3? Very good! Thank you, student number 3.
Circumcision has various advantages, including a decreased incidence of ailments such as urinary tract infections. Circumcision is also performed on older boys and men. The circumcised penis recovers within a week at any age.
Let us give a round of applause to all of us for making it to the end of our discussion. But to make sure if you have learned something from our discussion, it's quiz time. Here is the instruction. This quiz contains 3 types of tests, namely identification, multiple choice, and true or false. Provide what is asked in each item. All the questions will be randomly appear in the Google form. I will give you 10 minutes to answer the quiz. Your timer starts now. Time is up.
Those who are not able to submit their quiz on time will have a corresponding deduction of points.
Before you leave, please be aware of our assignments. This is to be submitted during our next meeting.
Today, we learned about the different parts and functions of the male reproductive system and the sperm release pathway. Congratulations, adventurous science students! You have just overcome the challenge we just dared you all. We hope that you have fun learning with us in Biosci 114, Human Anatomy and Physiology,
Where we will investigate and explore the human body systems and more.